Hello, welcome to the course of computer network. So today we are going to discuss about the IPv6 address. So as in previous lecture we have discussed about the IPv4 addresses. Now we are going to discuss about the IPv6 addresses. So here in this class we are going to discuss about what is IPv6, next its address notation, and then we will discuss about why we need the IPv6 address and the IPv6 address type. So starting with the very first, let's discuss about what is a IPv6. So here the IPv6 stands for Internet Protocol version 6, and it is also known as IPNG, that is Internet Protocol Next Generation, and it is the most recent version of the Internet Protocol. So here it was introduced to replace the widely used IPv4 address that is considered as the backbone of the modern Internet. So here it is a network layer protocol that provides an identification and location of the computers on network and routes the traffic across the internet. So here the IPv6 has the feature like it support 128-bit long source and destination address, like the IPv4 address are of 32-bit, these are 128-bit long. Here they are simplified. They have this simplified address header by moving all the unnecessary information. It provides end-to-end connectivity. It has the faster forwarding and routing due to the less detail at the header, and it have IP security as IPsec, that is security, which make it more secure than the IPv4. So here in 2004, the Japan and Korea were the first in public deployment of the IPv6 addresses. Next is the IPv6 structure. Here an IPv6 are represented by hexadecimal number separated by the colon symbol, and here the IPv6 addressing structure is designed in RFC 4291, and here as we know that IPv6 address is of 128-bit long, and these 128-bit long are divided into 8 16-bit octet. So here these are the 8 16-bit octet. This one is the first octet, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and this one is the eighth. So these are the 8 octet having their 16 bits. Each block is then converted into 4 digits, and these are represented in binary format and divided into 8 16-bit block. So these are represented in the binary format as these are represented in 0 and 1 form, and here this is represented into hexadecimal as 2001 colon 0000 colon 3238 colon DFE1 colon 0063 colon 0000 colon 0000 colon FEFB. So this can be further be reduced as we can reduce 000 by the 1 colon, and here these starting bits zeros can be reduced as colon 63 colon, and these two zero octets can be represented by double colon. So this IP address can be reduced or compact by reducing the consequented zeros. So these are the representation of IPv6 address into binary format and into the hexadecimal format. The next is why we need IPv6 IP address. So here the need of IPv6 internet addresses system is because IPv4 addresses has a capacity for about 4.2 billion addresses. So here the need arises with the increase in number of network devices like computers, smartphones, TV, smartwatches, cars, etc. are increasing. These addresses are not enough to meet the demand of new devices. So this means there is a shortage of IPv4 address occur. So therefore so many methods were introduced or adopted to prevent the depletion of IPv4 addresses like subnetting, VLSM, NAT, etc. These methods were no longer able to provide IP address to network for the future demand. For to keep with the future demand, we use the IPv6 addresses. So here as you can see here, the IPv4 is 32-bit address. It will provide 2 raised to power 32 IP addresses, like it means across 4.2 billion addresses. But to overcome the limitation, IPv6 address are introduced, like IPv6 address are of 128-bit, it means which is 4 times of the IPv4. So 2 raised to power 128 will yield the total IP addresses will be 340 trillion. Thus, this is the reason where the deployment of IPv6 addresses. So these much addresses are enough to meet the demand of the devices in the future. Then next we are going to discuss about the IPv6 address type. So the type of network communication in IPv6 are unicast address, multicast address and the anycast address. So here the IPv6 doesn't use the broadcast address. So here in unicast address, the unicast is a type of communication where data is sent from one computer to another computer in a network. An example of IPv6 unicast type of network communication are browsing a website, downloading a file from FTP server. Whereas in multicast address, the multicast is a type of communication where data is sent to a group of devices in the network, and here the IPv6 multicast data is sent to a group and only member of that group receive the multicast data. For example, online TV. And anycast address, here in anycast the packets are routed to the nearest device or interface from a group, and here the example of the anycast is that is used in content delivery network, that is CDN. So these are the type of network communication in IPv6. So this is all about IPv6 internet address. Thank you.